and they sent on their way. Salient Point, Be In My Bonnet, we're not too well away now. There was Anglesey. Gets It Done, one of the first to break with Lady Writer matching in the early stages. Let's Cruise shows designs for a good spot, the blue cap at the outside. Teardrop, Silvery Blue, Saint Anastasia all race together with Meredith Grey racing in the yellow colours against the rail, but just taking a bit of a hold. Budra's one off the fence. Be In My Bonnet deep on the outside, has a few options though because the pace is not too hot. A length and a half away, Miami Beach. Opera Swing races 3/4 of the way back with Salient Point. Venus de Milo's one from last, and Anglesey's taking her chances from the back of the field. There's about 10 lengths in it as they work their way towards the corner of the track with 800 metres left to run, and Silvery Blue has now committed over Lady Writer, who drops into second. Let's Cruise keeps her company in third. Gets It Done, Saint Anastasia are together 2 lengths away. Be In My Bonnet at the outside of Meredith Grey, who still takes a keen hold. Teardrop next, and then a length and a half back to Budra, who now finds herself behind midfield. Opera Swing, Miami Beach, they chop and change positions. Then came Salient Point, the white blinkers, with 2 behind. Venus de Milo and Anglesey got the entire field to get past with 400 metres left to run. Silvery Blue brought them in with Let's Cruise now chipping away. Then Saint Anastasia, yellow sleeves and cap. Lady Writer, a player up the far side. Meredith Grey, Be In My Bonnet, Opera Swing, lots to play for. Silvery Blue maintains a narrow lead on the inside as Lady Writer. Opera Swing, Saint Anastasia. Lady Writer though takes the lead close home, and it's going to go to Get It Done. Gets It Done, the winner. Second goes the way of Opera Swing, Saint Anastasia, and further back to Silvery Blue. So the winner races towards the left-hand side, the white sleeves and the pink checked diamond cap. That's going to be Get It Done, who gets the better of Silvery Blue late on. Opera Swing was finishing off her race nicely. Saint Anastasia gave some sides as well. But Get It Done will get it done in the opening leg of Jackpot 2.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to Fairview. Get It Done from the Sharon Kotzen stable comes out. I really thought Sharon Kotzen stable was going to fire today when it was on the turf. While they're on the poly, it shows you that they know what it's about back home. They're in the winner's box with Get It Done, and Yonga, he's the man that's in charge. Very well done from the SKR Sharon Kotzen Racing Stable, and that's sponsored by World Sports Betting, the 1,500 Rand for all the grooms out there. Louis Makotwa looks pretty in pink in the Maynard colours. He comes into the picture here as well. And here's a man that's been riding at the top of his game recently. Great to see back in the winner's box. And on paper, this horse, when they moved back to poly, what did you think? Did you think you had an each-way claim on the turf as well as the poly? Well done, Louis.
Thanks, Neil. No, to be honest, I didn't have any problems with the poly or grass. Ideally, the grass with a longer straight, you can sit longer. You can see what's happening around you much longer, you've got time. But, she was so well in herself as well. I must say well done to Yonga. When I jumped on, he said to me, Louis, you're going to win here. I said, are you sure? He says, yes. I said, go put your money on. He says, yeah, I'm going to. So, and
that's amazing how they know. I mean, they're part of this table. They're there day in and day out as well. Nice to get that confidence.
No, sure, 100%. It makes a whole big difference. The more time you spend with the horse, the more you know about it more than anybody else. So you gotta take what they say. You gotta believe them. But yeah, and just well done to the whole yard. Actually, everybody else does their job. Behind the scenes, and even Greg stood out the window and said, Louis, I want you in the winner's box. And I was in the winner's box. So it's always great when confidence is all around. It just makes the job easier as well. You also feel the confidence. And yeah, she did everything right, this filly. The pace was honest. This was on. They brought it back a little bit and then they sprinted. But she was always there waiting for me to ask her. When I asked her to quicken up, it was instant. She ran to the other filly to the outside. But she pulled away quite nicely. She's always been a decent sort. Get a little quirks, but she won't stop, yeah.
All right, now you just mentioned the more time you spend with horses, the better you get to know them. You know Federer very well, running in the Milkwood Stakes, the next race coming up. Obviously, we've got Snaith, he's looking for a treble on the day. Federer?
100%. Federer's done nothing wrong. Her last one for me was a little bit under par. It wasn't a run. Today she's, if she's back to herself, definitely with a chance. She's an honest filly. She knows a poly as well. So she's a big runner. I think she's a very big runner, and I really like the filly in the last race. I think the filly in the last race can run a big race.
That was my best bet on the card until they changed from turf back to poly.
Yeah, listen, that might be a concern, but with the filly that I know, I don't think there's a problem. She's got a very good draw.
Right distance.
Yeah, back to her distance. And the last time was a 14. She can over race. I think if everything goes well, I think she'll definitely win.
Okay.
I know it's an open field, but you know what she's done over the 1200. I think she can win.
Top class, Louis. Thank you.
Well done to the Maynard family. I really appreciate the support, and thank you to my sponsor, Red Exhibition, as well.
Royal Aces Bistro, and well done to the Maynards. Let's go to Sharon. They're standing by, and Greg's also in the wings there, giving him a fist bump because he gave the instructions from the window, and Louis did the job. Sharon, very, very well done. I know that you've always thought quite a bit about Get It Done.
Yes, she's been a nice filly to train as well. She's a big, huge filly that, you know, took her time to come to hand. She's an ideal world filly bred by the Maynards. So double kudo on them owning and breeding the filly. And I'd just like to say congrats to Louis because I know she is looking for further, but he's got super confidence in this filly and he rode such a cracking race. So he really deserved the win. And congratulations to the Maynards.
Tremendous. Are you as confident for a big run in the last?
Yes, the concerning factor is first run on the poly, but we have been working around the poly because we've been rained out the last couple of meetings, and she seems to be handling it well enough, so it shouldn't really be a concern.
And Fedra in the future?
Definitely, I think we can put a line through her last run. She really was below par. As Louis said, if she bounces back and puts her best foot forward, I think she is definitely in with a shout.
Perfect. Thank you and well done, Sharon.
Thanks, and thanks to my sponsor, World Sports Betting.
Tremendous. World Sports Betting support, and they are the sponsors of the Sharon Kotzen stable. I must say the grooms look $1 million in the parade ring wearing the World Sports Betting outfits as well. Thanks to the Kotzen stable, and thanks for the information from Louis for the remaining couple of races.